Hey, hey, how are we? Mama C here. I'm hooked by Mama C. I hope everybody is well. Um, I'm 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 recording a few videos in advance, I suppose. I'm sitting here, chilling. I got my few bits done this morning, and my 10 or 15 minutes exercise. So I just want to talk about a stitch that I found. I think it was in October or November. I've heard of it before that, but I never tried it. And I wanted to make a lot of scarves and for Christmas presents. So I was looking for a nice stitch that would go, with ease. I could relax, and I kind of went a bit mad. So the stitch is called the Suzette stitch. Which is a beautiful stitch. I didn't realize how beautiful it was, how versatile it was, how much you could use it on anything. So I'm just going to show off some of my bits and pieces. So these are scarves that I made. Some of them, there was a lot of them went out as presents. Now, I'm not sure whether you can see the stitch on that. Isn't that gorgeous? Now this is scarfy yarn, and I used one skein per scarf. I love the multicolours on this, and sure, teal is my colour, as you can see. That's it in grey. I don't know if you can see. You'd see better in the teal. There it is. Can you see that? Isn't that gorgeous? So that's one. I did go mad now. I did. This is an infinity scarf made of the same in a blue. They're beautiful. The scarfy yarn is absolutely gorgeous, and it's so soft. And when it's washed, it's lovely and cozy and warm. So I think scarfy yarn by Lion Brand. I'm not sure. So that's the blue. And then I used, oh no, this is another one in the scarfy yarn in the pink. Look at that, pink and black. Look how gorgeous that is. It's more of a cerise pink. It's showing up more of a red, I think, on that. Put it back a bit. It's kind of a plummy pink. It's just gorgeous with the black. Not lovely, if I do say so myself. You see the stitches. So I made, oh my god, I just started and I couldn't stop. So then I got some shawl in a ball from a lovely lady that sent them to me, and her name won't come to me now, and that's terrible. Menopause, ladies, menopause and gents, sorry. Okay, so this is it in the shawl in the ball. So the shawl in the ball is lightweight yarn. I just finished it off with half double crochets, I think, is what I finished it off with. So this is it. Isn't that beautiful? The purple and grey. It just works up so nice and so fast. And once you get in the flow, you're there. Like, look how beautiful that is. I'm going to make a wrap as well. I want to make a nice wrap. So that's that. Please excuse the noise. My son is roaring at something to do with the dinner, I think. Just hold on there 1 second. That's okay. Just quietened him down. So that's that one. Isn't it beautiful? And this one. There have so many different colours. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. Look at it. I love the green, the orange, the purple. Look at the colours and look at the stitch. It's just gorgeous. Now you could make it lacier, as in using a bigger hook. I think I used a 5mm or 4.5mm on these. You could use a bigger hook and it makes it really lacy, which is beautiful. But these are they turned out so nice. I'm so pleased with them. And I gave a lot away for gift as Christmas presents this year. And I'll be making more. Okay, so I'll just put these aside. 1 second now, sorry. I know it's a bit tight, isn't it? I should have pulled this back. Hold on a second, let me see if I can do that. So sorry. Now I'm not in your face. I'm so sorry. So yeah, so the Suzette stitch is what I just became obsessed with crocheting with it. And I actually travelled down to Cork in October for my son, the end of October, beginning of November, for my son's birthday and Halloween. And I made a few of these when I was travelling below. So it's so handy. They're so nice. Sorry now, I'm just going to fling them onto the bed. And I made this. If you can see it. I should stand up, shouldn't I, really? So I made this little vesty sleeveless top. I actually use sock yarn on this, and Utopia yarn from Amazon. This is from Utopia on Amazon, and that's the back. With the same stitch, with Suzette stitch, and it came up like this, variegated, so it's lovely, and it just, I love the way the blue goes with it, and it just sinks in with the blue. I'm sorry if you can't see it all. I'll try hold it back here, see if you can see. There we go. I'm terrible, aren't I? I'm getting there though. So that's the Suzette stitch. It's a gorgeous stitch, and it's just so versatile. I'm going to make more with it. And then I made these. My son, Sean, was in hospital in Dublin, which is miles and miles away from here. It's like 5.5 hours, 6 hours away. I think I've mentioned it before. And Sean suffers with an autoimmune disease. 2 of my sons do. PSC, autoimmune disease it's called. And Sean's liver is what's suffering and has been for quite a while. So he was in hospital having tests done and under anaesthetic and having things done. So we went to Dublin, and my girls went. We had tickets booked for, it's amazing the way it happened. The universe works very strangely, doesn't it? Amazingly, actually. So we saved and saved and saved. My girls wanted to go to see Noah Khan in Dublin when he was here, and it would have been their first concert. Yes, they're 16 and 15. I'm sure we could go nowhere for two or 3 years there with the lockdown. But so we saved and saved and saved and saved and saved and saved so we could go. And we booked it, and in the end we travelled down, but I couldn't go to the concert. I had no energy, and I was very sore. So my son Robert took them, so they had a ball. But in the meantime, Sean ended up in hospital, which was kind of, it worked out well. Not that he was in hospital, but it was a good thing that he went in. They called him in for specific tests, which led on to the next step, which is now he's going to be assessed. He's going to go through the assessment for liver transplant, which will take a while because he'll have to have lots of different tests and scans and things like that before he gets to go onto the list. So I'm asking for everybody and anybody to pray that it all works out for his highest good, because this could just will change his life. He has no energy. He's not able to work. He even started a course and he couldn't finish the course. He's just exhausted all the time and not feeling well, and he can't eat properly, and it's not fair. He's a young man and he deserves more. So we spent a couple of days with him, in and out, visiting him. And while we were doing that, just hold on 1 second. Sorry about that. My phone rang. My therapist, would you believe? Yes, I go to therapy, and she helps me so much. It's amazing when you find someone that you click with. So yeah, this gets very personal sometimes. It does. So anyway, Sean, so everybody, if you wouldn't mind, for anyone would say a prayer, everybody say a prayer that everything works out for Sean for his highest good, please. So back to the Suzette stitch. So I made these, this is en route. I made these dishcloths with the Suzette stitch with a 5mm hook and this cotton. And they turned out lovely. So I'm going to make a few more. And you can have them as tight as you like or as loose as you like. I like with the 5mm. It just gives them that little bit of flexibility as well. So that's the Suzette stitch in cotton. If you can see. Excuse the dog barking, I'm so sorry. So where's my hook? So this is my new hook. As you know, if you've been watching and listening to me, I love Omi resin crochet hooks, and this is their opal crochet hook. They're on Prime. Oh my goodness, I get them on Prime and they're 10 something per hook. Now of course you have to mind them, they're resin, but they're gorgeous and the opal is lovely. So there, look at the top of that. You can see there's a lovely point on it. No snagging. I love them. I crochet like murder. So I'm gonna crochet for a little bit. So how I do the dishcloths or any Suzette or the scarves is an even number of stitches. So you chain your even number of stitches. So I chained 22 and then single crochet into the first stitch, not the one that's attached to the hook, the first stitch, single crochet into every stitch all the way along. That's the first part of it. I've never done this before, so fingers crossed it'll go well. So here we go. I'm going to dip you down there so you can see me. See if we can do this. Hold on a second. Okay, sorry, my daughter came in. So it's an even number, again, an even number of chains. I did 22, and this is for my dishcloths. And then I single crocheted from the second single crochet, I suppose, all the way through. So now I'm not sure whether this is a good thing or not, but I'm going to try. I've never done this before. I suppose I should have the camera turned down. Well, this is my first time doing this, so please bear with me. Okay, so you have your, I'm just going backwards on this now. So we have our 20, we did a chain of, I'm repeating myself, a chain of 22 single crochets. So it has to be an even number. And then into the, and then I did a row of single crochets. From the second stitch, not from the one on the hook, from the second stitch, a row of single crochets. And this is comprised, the Suzette stitch is comprised of, or composed of, single crochet and then a double crochet into the same stitch. That's it. Skip a stitch and then single crochet and a double crochet. And a single crochet, oh sorry, skip a stitch and then single crochet and a double crochet in the same stitch all the way along. Skip a stitch, skip, 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 single crochet in the next stitch and a double crochet in the same stitch, and again skip a stitch, single crochet and a double crochet in the same stitch. So that's how it works up. Isn't that lovely? Isn't that pretty? So we'll continue. Skip a stitch, single crochet, and a double crochet. I hope you can see this. Single crochet and a double crochet. I have to do something about my cameras and things like that. So skip a stitch, single crochet, and a double crochet. So if you know the basics, chain, single, double, you can do this. Skip a stitch, single crochet, and a double crochet. Skip a stitch, single crochet, and a double crochet. Just checking. Skip, 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 skip. And in the end, I do, in the very last stitch, I put in a single crochet. So that's your first row of the Suzette stitch. Isn't that pretty? So then you chain one and turn. And I'm in a bit of a knot. 1 second, let me start this baby out. Chain one and turn. So we're here. So into the very first stitch, single crochet and a double crochet. That's the very first stitch. Now in the gap, if you can see, this is where your previous stitches was, and this is where your single crochet is. See here, this one here. So that's where you go for your next stitch. So you don't skip anymore, you just go straight in to the little stitch. See it? So single crochet in there, and then double crochet back into the same stitch. There you go. Now you can chain one if you wish. I don't normally. And then again back into the small little stitch. See, that's the double turned backwards on you, and there's the small stitch in there. So single crochet in there and a double crochet in there. There you go. And then again in here, small little stitch in there. See, you see it where my finger is? So single crochet and double crochet, and continue like that. Single crochet and double crochet into the little stitch of the previous round. Single crochet and double crochet. Whoops. And single crochet and double crochet. 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 And in the last stitch, I always pick up, there's two, see the two strands, so I always go in under the two of them and pull up and single crochet, then chain one and turn, and there's your 2 rows. Isn't that pretty? So continue on like that. I'm just going to continue because I love the Suzette stitch, and this is what you'll end up with. This is my dishcloth. But if you were making a scarf, shawl, face cloths, you can use this. If you're making sweaters, if you're making a cardigan, you can use this stitch for anything. It's a beautiful, versatile stitch called the Suzette stitch. So I hope that wasn't too what's the word I'm looking for? Too distracting with all that I'm doing. So again, you go back into the very first stitch and you single crochet and double crochet, and then onto the tiny stitch and single crochet and double crochet. And when I get to the length I want it at, I work a single crochet into each stitch from my last row. So I single crochet into every single stitch along to finish it. Now you could single crochet all around to give it a border, which I did here. I single crocheted all along the sides. So you can do that if you want to kind of finish it off more. But there's loads, like, I mean, just play with the stitch, decide on what you want and practice it first, and then off you go, play away. Isn't that cool? I think it's a beautiful stitch. It's such a beautiful stitch. Single crochet. And it gives you loads of practice with single and double. And you could be sitting, it's very relaxing, there's no pressure. Once you get in the flow, I like this cotton. This is actually cotton from Poundland, UK. And it's brilliant for washcloths and dishcloths. I'm using my Hobie crochet cushion that my son bought me for Christmas. It's amazing, actually. It takes so much pressure off my neck and my back, and you can kind of play with it, you know, tuck it up around you, and it does work. It does take a lot of pressure off. Single, double, single, double, so single, double. I suppose I have to change the way I'm recording it, maybe. Single, double. Let me know what you think. If the recording is terrible, let me know. Not terrible, be nice, don't be cruel. And again, at the end of each row, I pick up the 2 loops here, if you can see. In here, I pick up the 2 loops and single crochet there. It gives a nice straight edge. And then chain 1 and turn, and we're off again. Sorry. Oh well, you know, everybody has to learn, and I'm only learning. This is one of the best things I ever bought, was the phone holder. It's called the gooseneck phone holder, and you clip it onto your desk or wherever you want, and screw it down so it's tight, and then the bar is really stiff, so it holds the phone. It's fantastic. I love it. I bought them for my daughters as well. They're really great. Gooseneck phone holder. The only thing I have to get, I suppose, used to is how I'm crocheting and things like that. I haven't done tutorials before. This isn't really a tutorial, it's just a stitch, what would you call it? I have to think of what I'd call that now. It's called a stitch, school stitch. Showing off a stitch. That's it. We're showing off a stitch, and it's called the Suzette stitch, which is so beautiful and so versatile. Try it. I think you'll love it, especially if you want something that's relaxing and easy. Like, you know, I love the granny square. That's so relaxing, and you just off you go. This is something similar. Once you get the hang of it, you're off. You're away. I haven't done it in a square yet, but I will try. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time and your support. I'm very grateful for that. I'm really enjoying this, and I will be uploading more videos. I know I was missing for quite a while anyway, but we're doing okay. We're coming back, and I'm sending out blessings to everybody, divine energy and love. Have a fabulous day. Namaste.